Hey everybody, my name is Joe Brogno and this game is called Escape Pod Scramble. It's a cooperative puzzle game in which 1 to 6 players escape a spaceship that is literally falling apart. You're going to avoid hazards and collect supplies, and your mad dash to the end takes anywhere between 20 and 45 minutes. So you've unexpectedly dropped out of hyperspace due to a monstrous gravity anomaly that has absolutely destroyed your ship. So you scan for the nearest planet and begin your dangerous trek from the helm to the escape pods in the rear of your ship. Your 6 crew members, each with their own strengths, will have to traverse dangerous and even deadly hazards, all the while collecting the supplies needed to survive on the planet until your rescue party arrives. Meanwhile, the gravity anomaly is eagerly devouring your ship, piece by piece, ripping supplies and even crew members into the unforgiving void of space. Escape Pod Scramble is meant to be played with a 25-second turn timer for each player. However, for the first playthrough, I strongly suggest you play with no timer so you can get a really good grasp on the game. There is no player elimination, so players may drop in and drop out without disrupting the flow of the game. Now, there are 3 sections of this ship, as you can see here. They're divided by these airlocks right here. So you've got the first section, second section, third section. Each one has its own situation you're going to need to overcome. So if we take a look at the first one, it's got a little planet on it. So that means that you've scanned a planet. What do we got here? We've got a planet. Let's flip this over and see what we got. Planet F6542. You need 6 food, 5 medicine, 4 tools, and 2 weapons in order to survive until the rescue party gets to you. In the second section, we've got dark zones. So these dark zones right here, these are where tokens are placed face down. You don't know what they are. So when you land adjacent to them, once you land on the zone, and then you land adjacent. So if you landed here, you'd flip these 2. And look at this. We found a malfunctioning security turret. It will kill you if you're adjacent to it, but if you land on it, you turn it off and allow friendlies to walk through the previously deadly zones. So don't lose the wrong crew members too early, because certain characters can deal really well with that section. And in the third section, you need to collect these 3 specific tokens that are always in this section. You've got the avionics, you've got the orbital approach vectors, and you've got the landing site data. All very important, or else you're going to crash and burn on planet F6542, and you don't want to be there without all of your supplies. So now we'll move on to the gravity. So these dice right here, these are gravity dice, and they represent your movement. If it's really powerful gravity, you can move 1 space. If it's very weak gravity, you can move 4 spaces. And so my first person is going to be able to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Landing here would kill me because I'd be adjacent to that, so I'm going to go up here instead. I'm going to roll this, and then now I know that in 3 more turns, somebody is going to have a 4 again. Now the next player, so we advance the gravity. The next player is going to have a 2, so they're going to move 1, 2. That would kill them. So let's go 1, 2. Nope, that would kill them. It's looking really dire, but this guy doesn't get affected by turrets or the deadly zone, so he's going to go 1, 2, and he's going to be safe right there. He's not going to take any damage from that. He won't die. And then we roll again, and the next person gets to move a 2. Now the rule is you cannot move a character that was just moved by the previous player, so keep that in mind. Now we've got different zones here, as you've noticed, so let's go over those real quick. The white zones, nothing happens. You're safe there. The red zones, you land in it, you die, so don't land in the red zones. The yellow zones are quantum entanglement zones. If you land in a quantum entanglement zone, you can land in any space within that zone. So in this compartment, I'll land here, and then I'm going to land here instead, pick this up. I've collected this. Yay, we've got 1 tool towards our goal. And then if we move on, I've explained the dark zones. In the orange and the blue zones, blue is negative, orange is positive. They will increase or decrease the next die by 1. You can't go below a 1, you can't go above a 4. Very important. And then the final zone that is definitely a pain in the butt, when you land on a green zone here, it actually shifts in the direction of the big dot on the icon. So this would shift 1 space this way. Now that's really dangerous because you can't travel through the hull and you can't travel through this empty void here. So it's going to get more and more narrow, and yes, it can even scissor the ship, and part of your ship can fall apart way sooner than you intended it to. So that would be a problem. So those are the main ones you have to deal with. And then we're going to talk about airlocks and how they interact with gravity. Once the gravity reaches an airlock, if it can't move forward, it cannot move through a locked airlock. Well, if it can't move forward any further, then part of your ship will fall away. And then on the next turn, if you haven't unlocked this airlock, another part of your ship will fall away. And then another and another. Now, let's say we finally get 2 characters onto this, as you can see the 2 there, and it unlocks it. The gravity will move all the way back. When it moves all the way back, you have a reprieve for a little while, and then this will start slowly moving forward again. And once it gets here, as soon as it passes this section again, starts falling apart every time it moves up. The only other time you can push it back is at the 3 section right here. You need 3 crew members to unlock this one, and then it will push the gravity as far back as it can go, and then it'll creep up slowly. Now that's not enough sometimes, so you really have to hustle. You have to move as fast as you can up to here, and don't forget to collect all of your things. So essentially that's the game. There you go. There's Escape Pod Scramble. My name's Joe Brogno. Thanks for watching, and keep playing.